about 10 days from now. So, Jeff, let's start talking about the home Bishop McDevitt Crusaders first. They come in with a gaudy record, only 3 losses, so they come into this game as the favorite tonight, don't they?
Well, they sure are the favorites. Coach Mike Gaffey's done a wonderful job. And before I start, I want to shout out to his mother. It's her birthday. Eleanor Gaffey, happy birthday. He's Jake Kelly, Taraje Davis. Take a look at those two. They can score in volumes, and it's up to Steel High to stop them.
Okay, and Jeff, on the other side, Charlie, Steel High comes in, less than 500 record, but when these two teams get together, that really doesn't mean anything. You know that firsthand, don't you?
Well, we all know. We've seen this on High School Sports Live before. I lived it. 20-some years ago, I played there. When the lights come on, whether it's playoffs or TV, Steel High teams usually perform at their highest level. They might be 8-11. McDevitt might be 18-3. But I would say tonight, both teams are 0-0, and somebody's going to win this game, and I think Steel High has an even shot because they're playing well. Lost a close one to Trinity, a close one to Berks, a close one to a Commonwealth contester, and that's CD East. Playing good basketball. Tristan Crawford feels confident with his team tonight.
Okay, so sit back and enjoy. As we always say, you have the best seat in the house. So get ready for Steel High and Bishop McDevitt coming your way next. We'll be back with the opening tip-off right after this.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Fries?
Yep.
Milkshakes?
You got it.
Nutritious twists at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant. Save big. Giant brand roasting chicken drumsticks or thighs, 99 cents per pound. See store for details.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And at HoffmanFord.com, they make it easy to find the new or used Ford you've been looking for. Search nearly 500 new and used vehicles right at your fingertips. And when you find one you like, you can even get pre-approved by applying online. Plus, you can chat live or text a real person to answer any questions you may have. Start your shopping at HoffmanFord.com. They make it easy to get into a new or used Ford today.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Everybody's here for you. Every day, in every way.
We're here for you at every turn.
'Cause it's your trust we're out to earn.
At Jack G. Bubble Buick GMC, everybody's here for you, with great people to serve you and great deals to wow you. Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on a 2018 GMC Sierra Double Cab 4x4. So come on down to Jack G. Bubble Buick GMC.
'Cause it's your trust we're out to earn.
At Jack G. Bubble Buick GMC, better deals from a better dealer.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Back at Bishop McDevitt, and we are underway. The Rollers in the road blue uniforms, moving right to left on your screen. McDevitt in the home white.
You know, Vashawn Spencer has the ball. Tristan Crawford talked about how much he's coming along, and he's only a sophomore, 5'10" guard.
Rollers spreading the floor offensively. There's a first steal. Crusaders now on the attack. Taking it to the hoop. Davis. No good. Out of bounds. It's going to go to the Rollers. Just underway. And it looks like we're going to have our first substitute already.
Second in the game for the Rollers, number 2, Bishop Spencer.
Bishop Spencer checks in, number 2 for the Rollers.
Now as Jones has an equipment issue, heading to the locker room.
I guess better now than later when the game's on the line.
Yeah.
Good defensive play. Rollers back down the other, Crusaders back down the other end, and layup is good. Alan Jones with the hoop. So the Crusaders with the first basket of the night with the early 2-0 lead. Drive to the hoop, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jones. Long 3, good, no. Off the front of the iron.
Well, you're ready. You came ready. John, you came ready
good.
tonight.
It looked good from here. I thought maybe it didn't even touch the twine on the way down.
I just want to tell the fans at home, welcome back, John Reppes, to our basketball games. You anchor for wrestling on High School Sports Live. Pitching in for Gary Sutton tonight.
Glad to be back.
I think it's important to say that we will be resuming next Thursday in the Mid-Penn Championships with Gary Sutton and Todd McCall back in the realm. We're both substitutes tonight. Hopefully the fans don't take advantage of us like substitutes get taken advantage of in the classroom.
Just like any good team, you need some depth. Nice, gets the bounce on the rim.
You know, this is an amazing athlete here. He's 6'4". He's only a junior. Chris Walls, one of the players that makes Steel High go, handles the ball like a point guard. Nice teardrop in the lane.
Tied at 2. Long shot, no good by Jake Kelly. Crusaders with the rebound. That's Jones again, high off the rim, no good.
McDevitt does not have a lot of height, but Jake Kelly, very versatile in his own right, about 6'3", is the tallest guy they have out there.
Rollers looking to push, they're going to turn it over, so the ball goes back to McDevitt. Kelly trapped in the corner, gets it out. He's playing zone defense. Taking it inside, dishes back out. Kelly tries to drive.
Steel High has adopted this 3-2 zone. Probably started in the binder days, because I know there's been a lot of man-to-man in roller country before that, but just they seem to have fallen in love with that 3-2 zone.
First foul of the night goes against the Rollers' Chris Walls, his first. So going to the line is going to be Alan Jones. Shooting a pair for the Crusaders. First is up and good. Second doesn't roll in. Rebound pulled away by Charles Brooks of the Rollers. And that's Walls out front. He brings it down all the way, gets it, and a foul. Jake Kelly picks up the foul, his first, team first. So Walls going to go to the line, try to complete the three-point play. That put the Rollers up by a point, and Walls puts them up by 2.
How about John talking to Tristan Crawford before the game? Jeff Thompson and I seated 3rd, I think, right now in District 2A.
Right.
Losing the close one, though, some great 6A competition and some of the better AAA, 4A competition in Berks and Trinity. They like their chances going into districts.
That three-pointer by Kelly for McDevitt puts them up 6-5. So Rollers inbound. Pressure, and it's steal. Taking it all the way in, and Lavely doesn't get the foul, but gets the foul call. Taraji Davis. Nakai Flowers with the foul. Doesn't get the home bounce on the rim, so he'll shoot another. And second one bounces in. Chris Walls is going to take it all the way again. This time comes up a little bit short. Rebound pulled down by Kenyon Elliott. Ahead to Alan Jones for the layup. 9-5 Crusaders. So we hit the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. Taking it to the hoop, stripped. Alec Kalina. And there's a travel underneath.
Tell you what, the transition game for McDevitt is much better than I thought it would be here against Steelton tonight.
Rollers with the ball really look to push it up. Here comes Walls again.
John, I'm impressed, Jeff, with his skill set of Chris Walls.
Walls missed the long one. Back the other end, Crusaders. Kelly takes it inside, no good. Back come the Rollers, layup, no good.
That looked like a little bit of a interference there. On the bank board.
Against the word is physicality, a lot of physicality, a lot of bumping as these guys are going into the hoop. Jeff?
Chris Walls looks like he's manufacturing an and-one tape. He can handle the ball. He's big, he's strong, the biggest guy on the court. He's doing it all right now.
We have a timeout on the floor with the score Bishop McDevitt 9-5. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith. Fasten your seatbelt.
To become a top defensive player, you need proper lateral technique. The cone-to-cone lateral slide drill will help a player practice getting quicker. It's important to keep the feet wide while the player is in a sit-down position with the back upright. When sliding back and forth, avoid crossing the feet or bringing feet together. Big focus on short, choppier steps. The lateral cone drill is just one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
Back at Bishop McDevitt, the Crusaders with the early 9-5 lead over the Steel High Rollers. In the early going, though, we're talking about how Steel High is trying to push the action. As a result, they've had 5 turnovers already in the first couple of minutes here in the first quarter. Only 2 for McDevitt so far. Taking it, driving it down. That's Spencer, no good. Davis back the other way. Kicks it to the corner. 3, no good. Kelly, nice rebound, follows up and in. Jake Kelly.
Yeah, Jake Kelly, we saw it in the first game this year when Trinity and McDevitt played. He's such a stable presence for McDevitt.
High off the iron on that 3-point. They're playing volleyball, finally pulled down by Taraji Davis, ahead. There's Kelly again, drives, underhand scoop, up and in. 13-5 now, favor of McDevitt.
John, that might have been the play of the game right there.
It was a heck of a move.
We got 3 quarters to go, Jeff, relax.
That was a dipsy doodle, though.
But that's a nominee. That's an early nominee for a move of the play of the game so far.
You know, early on, we're seeing seems like an undisciplined, you know, home run hitting type of Steel High offense, but we've seen that win them games. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. McDevitt just looks very fundamental and solid. Steel High's just taking a lot of chances. They're going to have to get on a string of shots in a row if they're going to win this game tonight playing this way.
That was a good shot of Coach Gaffey on the bench for McDevitt. And that's Deshaun Spencer at the foul line for the Rollers.
That was Jay Kelly's second foul. That's significant, though, Charlie.
Missed the second, rebounded by Kenyon Elliott. Hands it off to Taraji Davis. Kick. Crusaders keep possession. Charles Brooks checking back in for Steel High. Working the perimeter, now inside. It's tipped away and stolen by the Rollers, and it's stolen right back. Davis drives, dishes, and fouls.
Well, Taraji Davis gives them that low to the ground, breakdown ball handler that can slice through this Steel High defense. He helps them in those transition situations, like right there. Look at the quickness.
And then the move using both hands, driving down the lane.
Yep.
The crossover. Rattles home the first. Extend the lead to 14-6 now.
Number 2, Deshaun Spencer, return to the Rollers.
Davis misses the second, loose ball, and they tie that one up. Possession is going to go in favor of McDevitt, so they will keep underneath the backboard.
Jay Sean Pilson's taking it out. Jay Sean's family's from Stilton, so this is a interesting game for him, having a lot of relatives and family from Stilton, and he's playing for McDevitt. That's always a nice game to play in and challenge when that happens with kids.
And the Rollers on the attack. Again, another turnover. This time to the hoop and blocked. Back come the Rollers. Three-pointer is no good, up over the backboard.
Steel High living and dying by these shots. Getting to the basket would probably, to establish some consistency, will probably be a better choice at this point.
Long three, no good. Davis with the rebound. Dishes inside and up and no good. Rebound, but a foul underneath.
Tell you what, there's a lot of guys with a good vertical jump in this game today. I'll tell you, there's some a lot of high flyers on the rebounds.
If you're the Rollers, are you encouraged? You're getting your looks at the basket, the good looks from the outside. Another steal by the Crusaders. Under a minute to go, first quarter. McDevitt up by 8. Drive on the baseline, swatted by Walls, out of bounds.
And that's what you get when you play Stilton. You get good old-fashioned street ball, Jeff Thompson. what Jeff Thompson's used to playing, John.
I'm enjoying it down here.
Most of the action's taking place right in front of you.
Taraji Davis is really impressive at the start of this game.
Three-pointer, no good. Back come the Rollers. Walls got it.
Walls has that old head lunchtime basketball approach, like he's out here playing with a bunch of younger kids, but he's the mature, having already played the game for years. He comes across like he's been doing this forever. He has that style game, you know.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. A good opening quarter for the home Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. They lead Steel High by a score of 14-9. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
My name is Logan Stompf, and at Capital Region Insurance Agency, we take distracted driving very seriously. It's important for young drivers to know that texting while driving is actually 6 times more likely to cause an accident than drinking and driving. Cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes each year. Nearly 390,000 injuries occur each year from accidents caused by texting and driving. And lastly, 9 people in the United States are killed each day as a result of crashes involving a distracted driver. I have the privilege of coaching these young men behind me on the court, but the best part of all is being able to influence them off the court in a positive way.
Teens need to realize the repercussions of their actions while texting and driving, because it doesn't only put their lives at risk, but others as well.
At Capital Region Insurance Agency, we partner with High School Sports Live to help bring awareness of the negative effects of distracted driving. To learn more, visit our website or give us a call today at 717-731-1142. Remember, if you take the call, you risk it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been notified that a camera in the parking lot has its inside lights on. License plate number is GPX 5343.
Team Pennsylvania AAU is now offering 4th to 11th grade AAU with the silver, gold, and showcase levels. TPA is known for high school showcase and known for placing players in college. Advanced hoops will be solely on skill training by professional coaches. Players from all over Pennsylvania will be trying out on February 23rd and 24th for Team Pennsylvania's 4th to 11th grade teams. Go to advancedhoops.com to see the tryout schedule. Start the second quarter. Jeff Thompson, your observations on the opening 8 minutes.
Well, Jake Kelly was very comfortable against the multiple zones that Steelton used. But as you just saw right there, number 1, Chris Walls, I think he has 10 points right now. He is dominating.
What a heck of a tip-in. That showed a lot of timing there.
And he didn't go over the back, too. That was important.
Well, in between the break, we were all trying to figure out, who does Chris Walls remind us of? The only thing I could think of is the style of game of like a Glenn Robinson from Michigan. Somebody could shoot, handle the ball, had more of like a calm demeanor out
there. Alan Jones with a long 3. 17-11 now, Crusaders. Taking it to the hoop, up and in, good. Nice drive by Deshaun Spencer. That's Kelly back in the game with 2 fouls for McDevitt. Lost the ball there on the baseline. Some first half stats here. McDevitt, 4 of 11 from the floor on 2-pointers, 1 of 7. So that's what, 5 of 18 from the floor. Steel High, on the other hand, just 3 of 12. The turnover is a big factor there.
Yeah.
8 turnovers for the Rollers in the opening 8 minutes. Long 3 is up and good. Alan Jones.
Alan Jones has waited his turn here at McDevitt. Good for him as a senior, making the most of his opportunity off the bench, giving him a spark.
What a move by Walls as he drives it in and banks it home.
I just have a feeling, guys, the fact that Chris Walls is on the court doesn't really matter what the score is, that Steel High is going to have a chance the whole way to the end here tonight.
3-pointer, hard off the iron, no good. Davis with a tough rebound. Kelly kicks it to Davis. No, doesn't get the bounce. Loose ball. Foul, and it's wedged up against the backboard. That was Chris Colt.
It's good they got the ball down. I was going to ask Jeff Thompson if he would jump up and help us get that off the glass. Jeff, do you think he could have did it?
Well, there's a Greek warrior named Achilles that might have gotten me that time.
That's a good one.
And it looks like Coach Gaffey is going to ask for a timeout. So while we have the timeout here on the court, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Fries? Yep. Milkshakes? You got it. Nutritious twists at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant. Save big. Giant brand roasting chicken drumsticks or thighs, 99 cents per pound. See store for details.
As a trusted local community bank, Mid-Penn Bank offers options for families including Simply Free checking,
a Young Savers account, great rates on CDs and money markets, and an array of financing options, including mortgages and home equity loans. Stop in at a Mid-Penn Bank branch near you or visit midpennbank.com to learn more. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. Looks like we're in for a high-scoring game tonight as the Crusaders 6-point advantage over the Rollers, 21-15. Going to the line for McDevitt will be number 21, Chris Colt, with his second foul shot.
Hey, coming up at halftime is the Huffman Ford halftime shootout. We have a student shooting from the student section. They will shoot a 3-point shot, and if they make it, they will win a 40-inch big screen TV on behalf of Huffman Ford halftime shootout.
Good defense by McDevitt, keeping the ball way out. Drive to the hoop, tough shot up and in.
Steel High is definitely doing it the hard way here. McDevitt has 5 offensive rebounds to Steel High's 1, 12 rebounds for McDevitt to Steel High's 6.
Rollers definitely not making it easy on themselves. Alan Jones with another hoop for McDevitt.
I like his jump shot. You don't see many kids actually jump and then shoot, like a true jump shot.
Nice answer by the Rollers. Eric Dickey, as he hits his second basket in a row now.
Eric Dickey, one of the seniors in the starting lineup for Stilton.
Kelly has a shot blocked, but there's Davis to pick up the loose ball.
Gaffey from McDevitt, Coach Gaffey, Mike, said before the game that this Steel High team is very good, very good.
Glad I'm not keeping track of rebounds on that exchange.
Look at all 5 players for Steel, except for number 5, of course, run and help up their teammate. I like that energy, and I like that camaraderie that Stilton has.
Charlie, they're swarming after the ball down here.
Rollers now with Walls on the bench with 2 personals. Nice spin move inside, but they say he stepped on the end line.
That extended zone Steel High has is always tough because now you have 5 athletes in a zone playing a herky-jerky, has like man-like principles to it in a way, but yet you're in your zone area. It's just tricky to read if you're an offensive player.
Right here at the bench, the ball's thrown away. Another turnover for the Rollers. Davis feeds it underneath. Kicks it. That's Ben Marsico, and they say he traveled.
Number 1, Jake Kelly, back for the Crusaders.
Charlie, their zone defense is somewhat unconventional, but they're so quick. They're covering spots, and it's really getting to McDevitt's head right now.
And almost, it's not a John Chaney matchup, man, but it kind of has some of that effect. Really hard to get an open shot.
No good. Nafalo, no good. And we're going to have an offensive foul, it looks like.
You know, and if you're at home watching and you're saying, hey, what's Stilton doing? What are they running? Well, here's the thing. That's Stilton's philosophy, and it's been for years. They want you to start playing their game, and you're not as good as it because you're used to being a little more structured. They're not, and then they end up creeping back in games like this. Here it is, 24-22 already.
Rashawn Spencer with a nice drive to the hoop for the Rollers, cuts it to a 2-point game, 24-22 as we hit the 3-minute mark. But coming right back for the Rollers is Alan Jones.
I'll tell you what, he's been a big spark off the bench for McDevitt.
Hey, we need a heat check on Alan Jones.
To the hoop again, Spencer, no good this time. Back come the Crusaders. Kelly lays it up and in. Quick transition basket for McDevitt. Leads back up to 7.
It's a game of runs, that's for sure.
Jumper, no good. Back come the Rollers to the hoop. Nice move by Spencer, gets the roll on the rim.
Wow.
Rashawn Spencer.
Yeah, this is a player that Tristan Crawford talked about before the game that's starting to give them some meaningful minutes. Sophomore guard.
Long jumper to Rajay Davis. That's Spencer with a long 3, no good. Back in, Crusaders looking to push. Nice spin move. Davis to the hoop.
Oh my gosh, we got to keep an eye on that, Jeff Thompson and John Rep. That might be one of the swiftiest moves I've seen in a long time, and a possible play of the game if McDevitt goes on to win this.
Another turnover by the Rollers. 1 minute to go, and there's a foul on the drive underneath.
Charlie, that was a Euro step if I've ever seen it. And it was a Euro step that put 2 people down.
Usually don't see the Euro step in here it is again. Nice spin there, avoided the contact, and there's the step, and up and in.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that. That last move at the end, that is a move. I was at a camp over the summer. They're actually teaching that at camps now. It's at Joe Wooten basketball camp, one of the #1 camps in the country. They teach the kids the actual Euro step. So that European game is influencing American coaching at this point.
Both teams with 5 team fouls. And for McDevitt, that's Kenyon Elliott with the basket, and another turnover by the Rollers. As the lead is now up to 10, 34-24, under a minute to go, first half. McDevitt's Antoine Bird with a 3. The lead is now up to 13, 30 seconds left. An explosion here late in the second quarter by McDevitt. It's opened up a double-digit lead.
You know, at halftime, Huffman Ford halftime shootout coming up at 25. Actually, a minute after that, we have Steve Heckert will be shooting. Steve Heckert from the student section will be shooting to win a 40-inch. That's a big screen
that's
TV.
Big.
That for a kid in his living room or his bedroom, that's a big screen.
Anywhere, that's big.
Yeah, that's a big screen.
Spencer, and they're going to call a block.
Jake Kelly gets a foul. That's not Jake Kelly. That looks like Jake Kelly. That is Gabe Modern, senior.
Seventh puts the Rollers in the bonus. Spencer misses from the foul line. McDevitt currently on a 13-2 run.
And John, they've gone deep to their bench, McDevitt has.
What also seems like McDevitt is toward the end of this half getting used to this steel high pace, and they're starting to make shots in this pace, and it's paying off.
Very comfortable against his zone. Yeah.
Let's see, Crusaders probably hold for the last shot. They're up by 12. Long 3, good! Bird. And a steal and no good at the basket, but Bird, Antoine Bird with a 3. makes it a 15-point lead for the Crusaders as they finish the second quarter on a big run to open up this double-digit lead. And we hit halftime with McDevitt leading Steel High 40-25. We'll be back with halftime festivities right after this.
And at HoffmanFord.com, they make it easy to find the new or used Ford you've been looking for. Search nearly 500 new and used vehicles right at your fingertips. And when you find one you like, you can even get pre-approved by applying online. Plus, you can chat live or text a real person to answer any questions you may have. Start your shopping at HoffmanFord.com. They make it easy to get into a new or used Ford today.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
I'm with Samantha Johnson from the Commonwealth Charter Academy. She is the director.
Get all the benefits of a public school from the safety of your own home. CCA is an online public school that provides everything Pennsylvania students need to get started for free. Free laptop, check. Free textbooks and class materials, check. Help paying for internet service, check. There's never been a better time to make the switch. Enroll today at ccaeducate.me.
Okay, we're here live at McDevitt High School with the Huffman Ford halftime shootout. Steve is getting ready to shoot a shot from the college three-point line. Steve, let's give it a shot. Go ahead. Okay. All right, fans, let's give it up for Steve trying the Huffman Ford halftime shootout.
At Jack Giambalvo Buick GMC, everything we do is all for you. We're proud to serve the greater York area for years now with a knowledgeable and experienced sales staff, as well as our award-winning service team, all which take a back seat to our incredible deals, like the up to $9,000 you can save on a 2018 Buick Enclave or Regal. Stop in today and let us prove that we do it all for you at Jack Giambalvo Buick GMC.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And at HoffmanFord.com, they make it easy to find the new or used Ford you've been looking for. Search nearly 500 new and used vehicles right at your fingertips. And when you find one you like, you can even get pre-approved by applying online. Plus, you can chat live or text a real person to answer any questions you may have. Start your shopping at HoffmanFord.com. They make it easy to get into a new or used Ford today.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Back at Bishop McDevitt for the Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report. The Crusaders with a big run to finish off the second quarter there. They open up a 15-point lead, 40-25 over Steel High. John Reppitz joined by Charlie Fortney and Jeff Thompson. And gentlemen, a lot of pace, I guess you would say, in that first half. Up and down, and McDevitt had the better of it in the opening 16 minutes.
Well, they sure did. You could say racehorse pace, but I think, like Charlie said earlier, Steel High likes to force that pace, and it's a game of runs, and McDevitt finished the half with a run. And Charlie, I think you're right. McDevitt got comfortable against the multiple zones that Steel was playing and shot the ball well, especially Elaine Jones.
McDevitt actually started to make shots in transition where at first, okay, they might play some transition basketball, but like the whole half, the whole game, maybe not quite like Steel High. Steel High's used to just like an instinctive style basketball. And Chris Wall's also got not cold, but he wasn't taking as many shots in that second quarter. But look for Chris Walls to try to assert himself, I think, in the third quarter and maybe try to help Still High get back in this.
Well, remember, John, when Chris Walls picked up his second foul, it was a relatively close game, and they missed him in that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Steel High responded well, but they did miss Chris.
Yep. Okay, we have some highlights coming up for you here. Let's take a look. And there's the man we're talking about, Chris Walls. Nice little jumper in the lane, goes in. But McDevitt, as we said, breakneck pace, back up and down the floor. That's Chris Kelly with a nice rebound and follow underneath. And another scoop move there by Kelly. That was the one that Jeff was impressed by.
Yeah, Jake really put that one up nicely.
Yeah, Jake Kelly might not get enough credit for being one of the best players in South Central Pennsylvania. He does it all. He's a matchup nightmare too.
He's a junior, and he plays a fine game.
There's that nice one-handed tip by Walls. And then straight on.
Man, Aylin Jones was huge off the bench for McDevitt.
I'd say Aylin was the difference in the first half.
2 threes, a short pull-up, 8 first-half points.
Taking a look at the stats here now, as we said, 40-25. McDevitt with the edge at the foul line, 6 to 3 mades there. 2-pointers overall, 7 of 21, 8 of 18. 3-pointers, McDevitt with double the amount, 6 of 13. But again, both teams sloppy, especially in the opening quarter. Steel High did kind of tone it down a little bit there in the second. They had 8 turnovers in the first quarter, only 3 in the second. But despite the holding on to the ball, they fell further behind.
Well, and the Capital Region Insurance Agency stat that stands out for me is the free throws. A lot of them are very similar there, but the free throws just shows that McDevitt's executing better and finishing and getting fouled more. They're getting fouled going to the basket when they look for shots.
I've been impressed on the baseline watching Taraji Davis. He is one strong young man, and Steelton's trying to press them. Early in the game, Taraji just took the ball away from Steelton.
Yeah, I like his game. He's one of my favorite point guards in the area to watch.
Davis spends most of his time away, but he can mix it up underneath. He's not uncomfortable going down along the baseline or down in the lane. So.
And I think McDevitt's playing very well together. They're going to be a difficult team to get out of the district playoffs.
Okay, so that's the story here at halftime. And we still have a couple minutes to go before we get started with the third quarter. So while we are counting down the clock, let's take a break. And we'll be back with third quarter action coming up right after this.
Brian, I just wanted to thank you for all that you do for making the dream of home ownership available for so many families, and the ability to not have to knock on that door and knowing it's your place of home. So on behalf of all you do for our community, all you do for making home ownership affordable and accessible to all people within the community, and especially for your commitment to the exposure to our young kids through high school sports, we're here to say today thank you.
Thank you, George. It's always a pleasure. Commissioner Hartwick. We're proud to partner with High School Sports Live to bring exposure to high school sports, supporting the hard work of so many of our student athletes. Being raised in the area, this is home for me, so it gives me extra pleasure to do that for these athletes. I'm proud of them.
And on behalf of High School Sports Live, we would like to thank you, Brian, with a premier sponsor plaque for 2019, making it possible that over 45 broadcasts were telecast for high school student athletes all across South Central Pennsylvania. I'll tell you what, the partnership that High School Sports Live has with the Central PA Food Bank and Giant Foods has been awesome over the last 3-4 years. McDevitt cheerleaders having an opportunity to participate, donate non-perishable food items, and there they are cheering, waving to the crowd and contributing to the bucket there. They're going to be a part of a competition we've been having all year. And at the Mid-Penn Championships next week, we're actually going to announce the winner of our Giant Food Fight, sponsored by Giant Foods, to see which cheerleading squad actually brought in the most pounds. I would say that the cheerleaders have done a great job to bring in a lot of pounds, and there's a number of them have really pushed hard But we are going to have one winner that we reveal at the Mid-Penn Championships, John.
Okay, Charlie, you know, earlier we were talking about the upcoming district playoffs. We were talking about how Steel High is seated right now number 3 in 2A, and the McDevitt boys number 2 in 4A. Let's give a shout out to the girls teams from both of these schools.
Oh, yes, yes.
Steel High girls at 17-1, number 1 in Class 2A, and the District 3 power rankings as of this morning, and Bishop McDevitt number 2 in Class 4A with a record of 19-2. So not only are the boys doing well, but those two girls teams, look out for them in the district playoffs, as they're going to get started, we said, in about 10 days from now.
And currently playing Trinity tonight. I believe it's to get in the Mid-Penn tournament between Trinity and Steel High. I'm not. I was told earlier by one of the players, that could be inaccurate, but that is a big game tonight.
Yeah,
over
Trinity. I think the winner of tonight's Trinity Steel High girls game will get in, and they will play Greencastle in the opening round of the Mid-Penn playoffs next week. So while we're still getting ready for the start of the third quarter, let's take another quick break, and we'll be back with more action here from Bishop McDevitt right after this.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith. Fasten your seatbelt.
To become a top defensive player, you need proper lateral technique. The cone-to-cone lateral slide drill will help a player practice getting quicker. It's important to keep the feet wide while the player is in a sit-down position with the back upright. When sliding back and forth, avoid crossing the feet or bringing feet together. Big focus on short, choppier steps. The lateral cone drill is just one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Fries? Yep. Milkshakes? You got it. Nutritious twists at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant. Save big. Giant brand roasting chicken drumsticks or thighs, 99 cents per pound. See store for details.
Back at Bishop McDevitt, the teams are back on the floor, and we are set for the start of tonight's third quarter. McDevitt now moving right to left on your screen in the home white. They enjoy a 15-point lead as we start the third quarter. 40-25 Crusaders. Kelly inside. Nice move right off the bat.
That's a nice idea. Coach Gaffey going to a bread and butter play to just start the half with momentum for their team at home.
And a great no-look pass by Taraje. Great no-look pass.
A little bit of mix-up on defense there, too, picking him up full court. But as Chris Walls drives, doesn't get it. Followed, but blocked underneath. Walls chases it down, puts it, banks it up and in.
He's a man playing with boys out here sometimes. I'll tell you, he's something.
Charlie, he looked like Superman down here.
Drive by Davis, no good. Back come the Rollers. Nice move to the hoop, but he can't get the roll. That was Pilsitz. Nice no-look pass by Kelly to Davis. Back the other end, picked off by the Crusaders. Kelly pulls up, shoots, got it! What a start in the third quarter by the Crusaders. It's a 20-point lead now.
Jake Kelly has just asserted himself big time.
And with that, we're going to have a timeout on the floor. So while McDevitt's enjoying this 20-point lead, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more third quarter action right after this.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Hey, some breaking news. Team Pennsylvania AAU is now offering 4th to 11th grade AAU at the silver, gold, and showcase levels. TPA is known for high school sports showcase and known for placing players in college. Advanced Hoops will be focusing solely on skill training by professional coaches. Players from all over Pennsylvania will be trying out February 23rd and 24th. For Team Pennsylvania's 4th to 11th grade teams, go to advancedhoops.com to see the tryout schedule. It's another look at what was going on right there. There's the drive to the hoop, and they set it in charge. Davis pulls up, no good, hard off the back iron. Back come the Rollers. Lays it up, oh, and they're gonna call goaltending on that.
Yeah, and then just if you're a fan at home and you don't understand, if you touch any part of the bank board or mess with the rim or net while the ball's up above the bucket
rim,
there,
sure, yeah.
it's just automatic interference.
Right.
I mean, when you were a kid, you thought that if somebody jumped past the rim and blocked the shot over the rim, that's interference, but it's more than that.
Ball 3 good. That's Mr. Jones again.
I'll tell you what, as we talk about the Huffman Ford player of the game, Alan Jones, I believe it's 11 off the bench, 3 threes and a nice 2. His outside shooting, that spark, man, I'm leaning toward that guy. You know, he just...
I was thinking that at halftime.
Charlie, it's been his night so far.
Definitely have Jake Kelly in that conversation as well. He's such a leader for McDevitt.
Rollers down 21. They have a tough battle to fight here. Not only do they need points, but they also have to stop McDevitt. And there's one way to get some points. Go to the foul line.
You know, John, my parents and I naturally, I went to Steel High, but I guarantee you, my mom's sitting at home saying, let's go Rollers, trying to cheer this team on to try to, I guarantee you she's sitting there, let's go Rollers. And my dad's sitting there going, oh, Pat, you can't change the game by yelling at the TV set.
Hey, if it works, right? You don't know if it's going to work unless you try it.
Dickey has a really nice shot, Charlie.
Ball loose on the floor and foul underneath. Dickey with the foul. That's going to send Davis to the line.
A lot of time left in this game. A lot of time. It's been a game of runs, and I know it's hard to believe that Steel High could actually come back in this game. And I think what's going to make it hard is the Steel High's defense isn't solid, and they're giving up a lot just with a lot of careless defense, and they're going to have to really be able to play some solid defense and reduce baskets on one end, but then score on another, and that's going to be their biggest challenge.
Davis makes the second, so it's back to a 20-point lead. Walls, and they're going to call a foul out front.
McDevitt's smart, picking up full court. They're making Chris Walls have to earn every basket he scores 84 feet. And that's going to tire the big guy out after a while.
And it looks like we're going to have another timeout called by McDevitt. So with 5:19 to go in the third, they lead Steel High by 20. We'll be back with more action right after this.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
One of the key moves I teach young players is the drop step. It's important to establish position first with both feet in the neutral position. Allowing players to choose either pivot foot, depending on the defense's position. Once you secure the ball, using a power dribble, drop step toward the basket with 2 hands to seal the defender. This will help a young player finish with great balance.
The drop step is just one move a young player will learn in my post class.
See how much Kelly has.
We have a full timeout here, so the teams are still in the huddle. Nice crowd. Bleachers really filled up nicely here at McDevitt tonight on this Friday night. Final Friday night of regular season play here in the Mid-Penn Conference. While we have a moment, I just want to mention, we also do wrestling here on High School Sports Live. One of the teams we had featured earlier this year, Cedar Cliff, in the state team quarterfinals, lost to Northampton today, 48-25. Dallastown, the second-place team from District 3, also lost in the quarterfinals. So both of those teams now are in consolation action tonight. So just want to give shout-out to a couple of the wrestling teams from the area who we've seen here on High School Sports Live earlier this year.
And we saw a lot of parity in wrestling this year. A lot of Carlisle coming on. Chambersburg having a really good team. CD being tough as normal. And Cumberland Valley, this one goes on. The Commonwealth and Keystone Wrestling did not disappoint.
Pull-up jumper, no good, way off. Here come the Rollers once again. Marsico has his pocket picked. And there's another turnover for the Rollers. Finally, they get it up into the forecourt to the hoop. Kelly lays it up and in. Nice move. To the hoop, Spencer, nobody draws the foul.
I'll tell you what, Kelly is having an awesome game. Aylin Jones with 19 points, guys, off the bench.
It's been his night the whole time.
To show you how McDevitt has pulled away here from halfway through the second quarter. 3:13 mark of the second quarter, they've outscored Steel High 27-9 to take control of this one.
Well, Jay Kelly's also been involved offensively in this third quarter.
Kelly's going to take a seat as Antoine Bird checks back in. Spencer hits the second.
One of our votes for player of the game tonight will be Earl Huffman from Huffman Ford. He'll be sending us his vote, and Earl was right on it last time we picked player of the game. Earl's a former Steel High guy, played at Penn State. Points per game average leader at Penn State. So we'll be looking forward to hearing Earl's vote to see if he can be 2 for 2 in his predictions here on High School Sports Live.
20-point advantage for McDevitt. Looking to stretch it. It's Bird out front. Jones again for 3.
Aylin Jones is 5 3-pointers. Looks like he's in the backyard having fun, saying, I waited my turn for a long time. It's time for me to show the area on High School Sports Live how good I really am.
Davis, nice ball handling. Jones inside to Marsico. Davis, no good off the back. Here comes Chris Walls again. Bounce pass, layup, good. Niles Jones with that layup. Another Euro step to the hoop is going to result in a foul. That was Kenyon Elliott with the move. Mackay Flowers, his fourth personal foul, and third personal.
Number 3, Jason Joseph, Crusaders.
McDevitt's showing just a lot of depth and strength. They're very impressive defensively, but they have so many weapons on offense.
To me, they just seem more diversified on offense. They can do more things. They can push it, they can shoot the 3, they can work it inside. Steel High doesn't seem to have as much versatility. It's take it and go with it, or take the 3 or drive it down the lane. And there's Walls for 3, and hard off the iron, no good. Results another rebound for the Crusaders. Davis, nice pass to the corner. Marsico drives the baseline, loses the handle though.
Still a lot of game left. 2:45 left in the third.
But when you turn the ball over like that, doesn't help the cause.
You know, guys, High School Sports Live, one of the things I'm most proud of is that a lot of the players and the coaches will ask for the online link because they have relatives out of state that are following them and watching them play. And even a lot of the grandparents who are at home and maybe can't get out for whatever reason, get a chance to see their kids play. So it's just to have a fan at home that's a relative that can see you play is an awesome privilege.
Chris Walls lays it up and finally gets it to roll in. 17 turnovers for Steel High to this point.
Yeah, but they're showing a pulse right now.
But they need stops on defense, and that's, well, when you miss it, it might help the cause.
Yeah, missing a layup is not a stop on defense. Let's just clarify that, ladies and gentlemen.
But there's another turnover. You just throw the ball away.
You know, Jeff Thompson, I'm sure you had some special loved ones watching you play basketball at home when you were a kid, but I don't know if they had TV back then.
Shortwave radio.
With the rabbit ears, right?
Yeah. You know, my Aunt Rita has always been she calls herself my press agent. To this day, I still get calls after these games on evaluating and telling us how much she loves things, and it's always good to have somebody in your corner.
Under 2 minutes to go. McDevitt enjoys a 20-point lead, and Kelly couldn't get it, but follows it up and gets it on the second try.
Jake had a tremendous pump and go.
Spencer, it's not going to count. Foul out front.
I'm very impressed with Jake Kelly, how he handles this offense.
Yeah. Chris Walls and Jake Kelly have a similar demeanor to their game. Everybody's playing at one pace, maybe 65, 70 miles an hour. They're playing at 55, but getting a lot more done. They just, because they're able to see the game in a different, see it happening and not play in a blur, they call it. You don't want to play in a blur. You want to see the game and make good decisions.
And they call it double dribble on that.
Well, Jake told me he likes Syracuse. I'm not sure he's there yet.
Sean Spencer. Walls tries the baseline, too hard off the backboard, follows it up and in.
I like to see Chris Walls on the football field. He's put together.
He has made some excellent follows. His best shot is going and getting it.
On the football field, what position? Rush and on defense, or a wide receiver?
I would say defensive end or tight end or wide out or quarterback.
Whatever.
I think he could kick off. I mean, I'm telling you, that kid's an athlete. I have a funny kickoff story. When I was at Steel High, went out for football my junior year, and they tried we didn't have a kicker, so they lined everybody up and said, gave everybody a chance, and I kicked it, and I accidentally actually got a hold of one. And it was like, they told everybody to just go back to their drills because Charlie's going to be our kicker. And then I said, no, coach, let me try it again because I think that was lucky. And then I kicked it and it flubbed to the right about 10 yards. And he told the whole team to line back up again because they needed to find a kicker all over again.
Well, we have a chance. I want to bring this up. We were talking about the Mid-Penn playoffs coming up, and Mid-Penn currently only has their 4 division champs. Down in York Adams, they take 8 teams. Lancaster Lebanon went to 10 teams this year. They expanded. They have a couple of play-in games tonight. Charlie, Jeff, do you ever think we'll get to a point where Mid-Penn may expand their playoffs and take more than just the division champs?
Well, I've seen all the teams play that are in the playoff, and I like this McDevitt team, and they might be one of the better teams in the Mid-Penn right now. They just couldn't beat Lower Dauphin.
Yeah, and I don't know what exactly went into, because we did go to 8, or when they went to this playoff system years back, they went to 8, but I believe the reason, and I could be wrong, but I do believe the reason that I had heard back then was that when you take 2 from the Capital Colonial Commonwealth, the 8 seed goes up against a 1 seed that's just a powerhouse. And those games often can be humiliating when an 8 has to play a 1.
Little razzle-dazzle there by Walls, and he had his pocket picked, so back come the Rollers again.
Trinity girls played Susquehanna one year. They were up 49-1 at halftime in a Mid-Penn playoff. Charlie, and that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and really, because you're talking about a 6A team playing maybe a double or single A team,
right.
triple A. Yeah, so you're crossing classifications, and that's why the Mid-Penn tournament's so exciting. But they felt like it was much safer to take the top of each division. Then you really do have a lot of good parity, because there's always a good Capital or Colonial that can compete with the Commonwealth and Keystone division, and we've seen it year after year. It's almost even with Milton Hershey, Trinity, and some of those teams winning. And Northern boys look really good this year. Who knows what they're going to do?
Closing seconds, third quarter. Steel High just keeps throwing it up. Can't get it to fall. There's a foul underneath. Charlie mentioned the Northern boys, they're seated 4th in 5A. The boys' power ranking says it this morning.
Yeah, Coach McGill over there is doing a great job. He's privileged to have a couple of his own sons, Kyle, Nate McGill, who actually play for Northern. Kyle being a senior and Nate being only one of the best sophomores in South Central Pennsylvania. I'm looking forward to seeing them play.
Well, the McGill boys are for real. The younger one can really play. The older one can shoot from the outside. They're fun to watch.
And I also mentioned earlier about Lancaster Lebanon with a couple of play-in games tonight. The only undefeated basketball team in District 3, Lancaster Catholic Girls.
Tell you what, the name is Kiki Jefferson.
Kiki Jefferson going to JMU.
She was on our Mrs. PA Top 5 last year, and I look for her to be a Miss PA favorite, providing Lancaster Catholic goes on and gets to the state championship or wins it. Look for her to possibly be Miss Pennsylvania this year. I saw her in Summer League. She's that good. She's that good.
Yeah. The girls are the only undefeated team in District 3. They're the defending state champs, and they're undefeated to this point this season.
McDevitt's really handling the pressure of this full court very well right now.
They were a little shaky in the beginning, but they kind of got things under control. They kind of settled down, realizing what they have to do.
Well, a couple big threes by maybe our MVP, Charlie.
Walls for the Rollers, that was his 3rd foul.
Gabe Motter gets 2 for 2 off the bench from the foul line. Gabe took almost a charge in the first half, ended up being a block. I want to give him a charge on that one.
Long, no good. So that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Another good quarter by McDevitt. They lead it by 23, 65-42 over Steel High. We'll be back to 4th quarter action right after this.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Just what you're looking for, Hoffman has it.
And at HoffmanFord.com, they make it easy to find the new or used Ford you've been looking for. Search nearly 500 new and used vehicles right at your fingertips. And when you find one you like, you can even get pre-approved by applying online. Plus, you can chat live or text a real person to answer any questions you may have. Start your shopping at HoffmanFord.com. They make it easy to get into a new or used Ford today.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for, Hoffman has it.
To hear a kid say that they're concerned about their safety in a school environment is it's heartbreaking. I'm sorry. I need my kids to be in an environment where they can actually focus on their education. That's paramount to me. The school does what it says it's going to do for the families that they serve.
There's never been a better time to make the switch. Enroll today at ccaeducate.me.
Back at Bishop McDevitt for the final 8 minutes of this one. The Crusaders in control, 65-42. Steel High basket, no good. Back come the Crusaders one more time. That's Davis. Kelly fakes to three. Another fake. Crusaders in no hurry. But ball's going to go to the Rollers.
McDevitt seems to enjoy playing at the pace that Steelton's trying to play.
You said a good third quarter for McDevitt. They outscored Steel High 25-17 in that third quarter.
You know, if you watch playoff basketball, guys, you watch districts, the teams that only play the half-court game usually get out early in the playoffs because transition basketball on a lot of 94-foot courts, college-sized courts, is where they play these playoff games. A lot of them, especially when you get to the Giant Center and whatnot, those full-court teams usually have an advantage.
One reason why the Rollers lost that quarter, they were 4 for 20 from the floor.
And 4 for 17 from the three-point line. That's where they're putting their stock. They say you live by the three, you also, can die by the three.
Bingo Smith.
They're going to call it jump underneath, so alternating possession.
Bingo Smith from the Cleveland Cavaliers initiated that phrase. Live by the three, die by the three. And they died by the three that first year.
Jeff, I am so glad you explained why you said Bingo Smith out of nowhere. We were puzzled over here and fans at home were, but man, that makes sense now.
When you said bingo, I was getting ready for like a game of blackout here or something, you know?
I just thought everyone knew that.
$1,000 jackpot for a blackout card, right?
Bingo Smith.
Not everybody's been around that long, Jeff Thompson. Oh, my goodness.
If you remember the name Bingo Smith, raise your hand. I think
that was
like
before LeBron.
Crusaders exhibiting a lot of patience. Kelly for three, rattles it around. No, but there is Jones with a follow.
Aylin Jones solidifies his case for player of the game, and we just got a vote in from Earl Huffman voting for number 4 for the player of the game, and that's all of our votes. So, Earl, you're 2 for 2 at making those decisions. And, John, what do you think? Same thing?
Well, still 6:08 to go.
I like Basketball Jones.
Well, 21 points off the bench, and you're looking at they're up 25. Those off the bench points are always bonus points, and boy, that was huge for McDevitt.
Well, we've come to expect it from Taraje and Jake, and Eileen just had a superb game tonight.
Second foul shot by Davis, also good. So it's now 69-42 as we approach the 6-minute mark. Rollers just can't get the ball to fall. Davis, no good. Tied up underneath. Oh, we actually had a officials discussing that there was a player down on the floor, so one official called it stop play because of that.
I'm really impressed with Taraje. He's very graceful when you watch him on the court. Strong and graceful.
He plays with just a this isn't a negative comment, but a reckless abandon, but it's under control as well. It's an interesting combination. He has pure control of his ball handling while he's out there.
At a reckless speed.
There you go.
Ludicrous speed. There, finally the Rollers get one to fall. Eric Dickey from the outside.
Eric's got a fine shot.
Another turnover. The ball is going to go back to Steel High. Roller faithful, not a whole lot to cheer about tonight. Nice quick hands by Ben Marsico there, tipped it away.
But if you're a Roller fan and you're watching this game or you're here, you're still thinking they're going to have a chance to win this game. It has happened before, ladies and gentlemen, but that's just how they think, and that's why Steelton has so many championships and so many great seasons, and players have played through Steelton over the years. There's just such a confidence and a belief in the program.
And I think Tristan Crawford is going to get it done in the playoffs this year.
That 3 a minute ago by Dickey was the first 3 of the half by the Rollers.
McDevitt, full court press, keeping the pressure on Steelton. That's smart. Make him dribble all 84 feet. Every possession. That's hard to make a comeback like that.
Even if it takes a couple extra seconds off the clock, still works it.
Yep.
Chris Kolk, his second foul.
I don't know if you guys could see that, but Chris did a pretty nice job guarding Chris Kolk. McDevitt's been impressive defensively.
Just see the frustration on the Rollers when foul shots like that rattle in and out. We're going to have a timeout charged to the Crusaders. So with 4:37 to go, it's 69-45 McDevitt. We'll be back with more action right after this.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Vacation.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna be
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Need to make a correction here. Aylin Jones actually did start the game. We've been talking about him coming off the bench, but tell you what, scoring that many points, whether you come off the bench or not, you're our Huffman Ford player of the game.
He's not been Aylin.
You were waiting to use that one, weren't you, Jeff? So Walls goes back to the line. Rollers need points, and they need them in bunches. And that's not going to help. Marsico inside, banks it home. Ben Marsico.
Ben is a steady player for McDevitt. Ben Marsico, he can very fundamentally sound. You see it on that play right there.
He's got good length to him, too. Good long arms, wingspan.
Only a junior. A lot of players back for McDevitt.
Steel High is selling out defensively at this end. They brought everyone down.
And Mr. Jones is going to have a seat on the bench. Kelly feeds inside. Harris, no foul before the shot. Four fouls on Walls. So Davis is going to go to the line. So 1-1. He'll shoot a second. and makes the second. 73-45. Spencer loses the handle, goes back to Walls. He drives, lays it up and in. Kelly for three, got it. Jake Kelly. Chris Walls answers with three. Polk no good. Kelly inside, nice spin move on the rebound. Too hard off the iron. Another missed layup attempt. Marsico hands it off to Kenyon Elliott.
McDevitt's showing why they're such a good team tonight, because this is a really talented Steel High team that they're playing tonight, but they're just showing why they're so solid tonight by winning this game by 28 points right now, 26.
Marsico underneath.
Assist Ben Marsico. Number 3, Jason Pilsitz. Number 23, Alec Carolina. Number 24, Gabe Meyer in the lineup for the Crusaders.
Coach Gaffey sitting a number of his starters right now. Dominic Blair Jones making his first appearance. So all 5 starters now on the bench for the final 2:22 of a 28-point game. There's one to fall. Bashan Spencer. That was Dickey with the near steal. Kicked it out of bounds. Tyrone Moore checks in for Steel High. Alec Colina, no good on that, but comes back with the hustle at the other end to pick off that pass. It's Antoine Bird. To the hoop, left-handed, layup is good. Dominic Blair Jones.
His brother Damian played for McDevitt a few years back.
.23 turnovers now for Steel High in this one. Roller just couldn't take care of the ball tonight. Again, you have to credit the McDevitt defense in part for that statistic.
Number 10, Tyreek Warren in the lineup for the Rollers.
Tyreek Warren checks in for Steel High. Kai Flowers makes the foul shot, and he'll shoot another. Misses the second. No good. Traveling. Under a minute to go. Our final regular season telecast here on High School Sports Live. Again, 3 games coming your way next week. Thursday night, the Mid-Penn Boys and Girls Championships, and then Friday night, the York Adams League Championship game. Hoop inside for Alex Kalina. So still plenty of basketball action coming your way this season on High School Sports Live at ABC 27.3.
Yeah, we're excited to be in the York area for the York Championships next week. That's the first time ever, and that'll finish our High School Sports Live season.
Follow, no good. Still loose. Over the line.
Hats off to Coach Gaffey. Done a great job building this squad this year. Great job.
Block underneath.
Tell you what, Quentin Zacharash might have got a shot stop, but he did a nice little drop step there. He's a junior. He has some potential, that big guy. Can't teach height, they say. There he goes. And just
he got it.
Up and under.
That's going to put the finishing touches on this one as Bishop McDevitt in control most of the way as they pull away easily to defeat Steel High by a final of 84-58. We'll be back at Bishop McDevitt to wrap this one up right after this.
Just what you're looking for, Hoffman has it.
And at HoffmanFord.com, they make it easy to find the new or used Ford you've been looking for. Search nearly 500 new and used vehicles right at your fingertips. And when you find one you like, you can even get pre-approved by applying online. Plus, you can chat live or text a real person to answer any questions you may have. Start your shopping at HoffmanFord.com. They make it easy to get into a new or used Ford today.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for, Hoffman has it.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Fries? Yep.
Milkshakes?
You got it. Nutritious twists at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant. Save big. Giant brand roasting chicken drumsticks or thighs, 99 cents per pound. See store for details.
Get all the benefits of a public school from the safety of your own home. CCA is an online public school that provides everything Pennsylvania students need to get started for free. Free laptop, check. Free textbooks and class materials, check. Help paying for internet service, check. There's never been a better time to make the switch. Enroll today at ccaeducate.me.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Welcome back to Bishop McDevitt for our Giant post-game show. John Reppes along with Charlie Fortney and Jeff Thompson. We just got done watching Bishop McDevitt Crusaders knock off the Steel High Rollers 84-58. At one point in this game, Steel High, believe it or not, actually had the lead. But it was back in the first quarter. It was only 4-3. But from that point on, it was pretty much all Bishop McDevitt as they just took control and ran away with this one.
Well, I thought that Chris Wells looked good early. He got in some foul trouble, and that spelled the doom for Steelton. Steelton did some things really, really well. But McDevitt did things a lot better, and they got comfortable against Steelton's various zones. And Alan Jones found the spot, and he just lit it up.
Yeah, and Coach Crawford's team is getting better. They've had some good games, but fundamentally, they just to play at that level against a team like McDevitt, just some of the lack of fundamentals on defense. They got to improve their defense a little bit, but definitely there's a lot of firepower on the offensive end at Steelton. So look for them to possibly make a run in their AA division and districts based on the talent that you see out there. And I think Coach Crawford's getting closer with those guys. Let's see if they can put it together in the playoffs.
That was probably an important game. Tonight was an important game for them to play to see what they have to improve.
Yeah.
They're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, and again, McDevitt with a good performance as they get ready to move into the postseason. So we have a couple of awards to hand out. First of all, it's going to be our player of the game, sponsored by Hoffman Ford, and it was unanimous. It's this guy, number 4 for Bishop McDevitt, Alan Jones. He did it all tonight. He was hitting from outside. He was rebounding. He was putting it up inside. There wasn't much he didn't do tonight. So
5 threes, wow.
So Alan Jones of Bishop McDevitt, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. And now for our play of the game, it's sponsored by Pizza Hut, and that goes to this one. To Rajay Davis, to the hoop. First of all, it was the spin move at midcourt right there that really set this thing off.
That was amazing.
Avoided the contact and then the Euro step. You don't see that combination very often at the high school level.
Steelton was falling down right and left on that move. 3 people fell down on that move.
They tried everything and they couldn't stop him. So as a result, to Rajay Davis of Bishop McDevitt with our Pizza Hut play of the game. So coming up, our next telecast here is going to be next Thursday night, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. It's going to be the Mid-Penn Championships, the girls' championship followed by the boys' championship, and then Friday night, final telecast of the year is going to be the York Adams Championship on the boys' side. So that's going to wrap it up here from Bishop McDevitt. For Jeff Thompson and Charlie Fortney, I'm John Repitz. Thanks for watching. Again, the final score, Bishop McDevitt over Steel High, 84-58. Now stay tuned for a special presentation from the 3 Star Foundation. Have a good night, everybody.
Real serious out there. I know a lot of guys, you know, a lot of your boys are out there dying. It ain't no joke. The grave ain't no joke.
I hear the wind blow, thought it's your voice I heard. I feel the raindrops are falling, I see the tears you shed. My mind is constantly...
My name's Joel Delgado. I've been here for about 2 years already. This program has really helped me through a lot, home, out of streets, basketball. Taught me how to be a better player, a better person, helped me be a better man at home. I help my parents around the house now, less disrespect at home, working, helping my mother pay bills. This program just built me to be a better person and a better man.
The director, he came to me asking that I want to come and join this program, and I seen him at the Boys and Girls Club because I worked there, and he told me about the program and what it's worth. It's a great combination. Like, I like learning about new stuff, and basketball is the thing I do on the side, but it helps me on just communicating with each other, because really I love doing both things, learning, playing, but I just want to become a great player and just have a great future. And there's a long way to go now. I just gotta stick with and there might be bad sides, bad places, and good places. I'm trying to take the good path.
Met Gerald Jarman a few years ago, and he got to talking to me about three-star program, asked me if I wanted to get involved, and was very excited about the opportunity to work with young men here in Harrisburg and hopefully make a difference, make a positive difference in their lives.
I met Coach Jarman, and he asked me to be a part of the three-star program, so we looked at that, and of course you always try to clear your schedule for good things, and got involved, and it's just a great opportunity for anyone to